Hello and welcome. Happy Tuesday to you, everybody. My name is Alex, health fitness specialist at the McLean location. Happy Tuesday to you all. Welcome to Stable and Capable. So today, got a great workout plan for you. All right, we got a 45-minute class today. All right, so grab your weights, heavy and light. Make sure you have a wall ready. We'll be using the wall for wall sits today as well. And we're going to have 4 different intervals or 4 different circuits, if you will. Only focus on 2 moves at a time. We're going to go through 2 moves each 2 moves together before we go to the next coupled pair. All right. So we'll be getting started shortly here. Pretty sure we won't have to worry about the camera falling today. Changed a couple things. I leaned it way back, so if it comes forward, then it's because I'm doing too much jumping around or something like that. So I promise I won't drop you all today. Alright, so just like always, we'll be working on stability and strength. So we're going to have a stabilizing sort of exercise first, and then we'll have a strengthening exercise right after that. So that's how our coupled exercises will work. So each interval will be 9 minutes long, and we'll have about 4 minutes of rest. Oh, I'm sorry, I said 4. We'll have about a minute worth of rest in between those 4 intervals. All right. As a matter of fact, I'll change it to 8 so we can comfortably go through. Can take your breaths. I'll explain like I always do. All right, throughout our exercises. All right, cool. So go ahead and start your workout on your watch or on your phone, however you need to track it, but go ahead and start it. We're gonna go ahead and get warmed up here. All right, so let's go ahead and get warmed up. So we're gonna start off coming at the end of our mats. We're gonna start off with the walkouts like usual. Walking out, bring the leg up and rotate each side. Walk it back. Got 3 reps here. If you need to go for more, feel free to go for more. I just got an extra rotation there. Last one. Alright, go ahead and bring the hips on down. Going into cobra and down dog, reverse. Push it back, drop the heels to the ground. 5 times. Repeat. There's 2. Squeeze the glutes. Push them into the ground when you drop your hips. Splay your fingers. Keep those arms straight. Last one. Back to the high plank. And we're going right into pushbacks. Keep those knees elevated if you can. Otherwise, you can drop your knees and just come to child's pose and rock back and forth there. Otherwise, elevate those knees. Going for 10, but if you're already feeling loose and good, you can break. Go ahead, flip it right on over. We're coming to our crab reach here. Come to that reverse plank, reach. Got 5 reps on each side. Should definitely getting your full body nice and oiled and get those joints lubricated. Last one. Feels good. Flip back over, walk it back up. Keep the palms on the ground. We're going into our elephant squat. Squat down, keep the palms on the ground and push up. Squat, push up. Screw your feet into the ground as you drop into that squat. Screw your feet in. Good. One more. All right. Cool. Body should be warmed up. Let's come up to butt kicks. So butt kicks, go ahead. Get going. No socks today. Bring it on up, high knees. A little quicker, a little quicker. Bring it up to jumping jacks. Step jacks if you got neighbors underneath you. Step it out. Those hands up high. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay, so first 2 moves. We're working on legs, going right to the legs. All right, so find your wall. We're gonna be doing wall sits. Of course, you can add weight to this if you like, but you don't have to. We're gonna try hold that wall sit 30 to 60 seconds, okay? Second move, we've got back and forth lunges. Again, you don't have to have weight, but if you'd like to, you can. So back and forth lunges, you're doing a forward and a back lunge consecutively, all right? So you can step back to your back lunge, same leg, bring it forward. Step back, same leg, bring it forward. All right, so you're gonna do 10 on each leg. Do 1 leg at a time. So front 1, back 2, front 3, back 4, so on and so forth to 10. Then switch it up. All right. So those are our 2 moves. 10 front to back lunges, 30 to 60 second wall sit hold, and you just keep on going for the 8-minute interval that we'll be doing that exercise for. All right. The goal is repetition. So take your time, go at your pace. All right. If you have to slow down, that's fine. Just keep moving. Slow down to a pace that allows you to keep moving. All right, so here we go. Starting off with that wall sit. I'll be giving you time checks as we go through, so you know where you are. All right, so we are 10 seconds in. Lower your body so that you can get as close to 90 degrees as you possibly can between your thigh and your shin. All right, we're 20 seconds in. You want to try to hold for 30 to 60 seconds. Push your back against the wall. All right, squeezing everything. We're at 30 seconds. So again, we got 8 minutes total, so take your time. We're at 40 seconds. Going for 45. There's 45. All right in the middle of 30 and 60. Now we're gonna go right into that front and back lunge. So stay on the same side, do one leg at a time. So I'll be keeping my right leg stationary and moving my left leg front and back. All right, so back, front, there's one, all right? Or I'm sorry, there's 4, each one counts as 1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch it up. Now, all on the same leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So do your best to keep your torso upright. All right. You can make your knee go past your toe if you're able to. Don't stress it. And 10. All right. Good. I encourage you to just, breathe between each. You don't have to jump immediately. But you want to minimize you do want to minimize your amount of rest. As long as your form doesn't break down. Let me make that clear. Minimize your rest as long as your form doesn't break down. Okay? So, I am 20 seconds into my wall sit. Again, bring your legs apart as if you're descending into a squat. 30 seconds. Going for 45. Squeeze everything. Push your feet into the ground. Bring your heel towards your body, or bring your heel toward the wall. Push your body into the wall. 45. We're aiming to light those thighs up. All right. So the static position is to help you strengthen yourself in the lower part of that lunge so that you can push yourself out. All right. And the lunge is just adding movement. All right, we're purposely incorporating a static and with a dynamic movement. There's 4. We have 4.5 minutes to go. 8, 9, 10. All right. Switch it up. And if you're experiencing any pain with the forward lunge, stick to the back lunge. Lower yourself calmly and gently into that front lunge. All right, when you step down, you want it to be nice and soft and quiet as you can. Keep your glutes squeezed, keep your hips leveled. All right, got 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Hope you guys are feeling that in your thighs. All right. All right. Getting back into the wall sit. Remember, squeeze your glutes. Bring your heels into the wall. Push into the floor. All right. All these things. We're creating tension in a still position. All right. Don't forget to breathe. I've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's 45. All right. We got 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. This is definitely the third time around. I would encourage you to start off with your weaker leg too. My weaker leg is actually my left leg, so let me start off with my left leg. That's the other reason we're doing front and back. You're really working both legs here. All right. Keep those glutes nice and tight. Just under 2 minutes to go. Keep it up, guys. Set those shoulders in a neutral position. Keep that torso upright, core tight. Keep that planted foot right where it is. You can always use like a stair step, an actual stair step if you want to. If you're just going back lunges, to help you keep the tension in the front leg if you need some assistance, if you need to regress yourself. But it'll also give you some extra depth too. We got a minute to go. The step will give you some extra depth. All right. You got it, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. Ten seconds in. We're 20 seconds in. Grip the ground with your feet. All that good stuff. 30 seconds in. Going for 45. And there's 45. All right. Go through the buzzer. Go through the timer if you can. Keep going. Okay, I got one in. All right, rest period. We got a minute. I'll explain what we got coming up next. All right, so gonna grab your weight. We've got bent over scap pulls. Now, it helps to have weight here, but you don't have to again. Okay, so you're gonna, if you have weight, all you're gonna do is grab your weight. Even if you don't have weight, you can make an impromptu resistance piece. All right, it's something that you can hold and be just enough resistance to help you know that it's there. Folding over, done this before, shoulders coming back, keeping the arms straight, let gravity pull your arms down. All right, so we've got 15 reps there. Pinch your shoulders together, keep your arms straight by squeezing a tricep, and then release. The second move is reverse flies. All right, so you're gonna come back to that bent over position and perform flies. Slight bend in the arm, holding those shoulder blades back and bringing that weight up and out to the sides. We're gonna light the back up right here, okay? So if you don't have weights, it's perfectly fine. You can still do both of these moves. Honestly, just the motion and the folding over is enough to render some activation in your back, all right? So you do the same, just squeeze the shoulder blades. Again, you can always find an impromptu device or something of that effect. 15 reps, you should feel it. Let the arms down nice and slow. Pinch and hold. Keep that back nice and flat too. All right. When you go to do your flies, again, just being bent over is enough, I think. If you don't, like I said, make a impromptu resistance. You get something heavy in your arms, all right, that you can grab with your hands and bam. Hold the shoulder blades back and open up to perform the fly. You'll be good to go. All right. So we've got 12 flies Try to get to 12. If you can't, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep that torso still. 11, 12. All right. So you should be feeling that right in your back between your shoulder blades and up here right on top of your shoulder blade. All right. So I definitely would suggest grabbing some lighter weight. If you got dumbbells, 10s should be just fine. All right. If you got impromptu devices, a book should be just fine too. All right. So here we go. Folding over. Pull the shoulder blades together. Squeeze the triceps. Keep the arms straight. 2, 15 reps. It should burn. Hold that pinch for a split second. Squeeze those triceps. 14, 15. All right. Would encourage you to stand up. Give your back a break. That's also one of the things you really want to address here with the endurance of being bent over. We're hitting on the endurance of your back being able to support yourself along with weight for an extended amount of time. Both of these exercises require you to be bent over. All right, so again, take your time. Come up for some air if you need to before you go back to execute the next move. All right. So breathe, and here we go. We should be able to get plenty of reps in with these two moves. Again, that's what the focus is, of stability and strength. Keep that back nice and flat as you're bent over. You don't want to be torquing every time you come up. Hold that back nice and flat as you can, so that way you know you're focusing your attention to your shoulder blade and your upper trap, that muscle that burns at the bottom of your neck. So we got 4 minutes to go. That was 2. I think I can get 4 sets in. I think you should be able to get 4 sets in. Do what you can though. All right, that's good enough. So here we go. Remember, keeping that back flat. You don't want to be here, and you don't want to be standing straight up. You want to put the emphasis on shoulder retraction, so bringing the shoulders back. So that's why we want to be bent over. We're leveraging gravity to provide resistance in the direction we want it to. All right. Remember, keep those triceps squeezed, keep the arms straight. Pinch, pinch, release. Pinch, release. 15 reps, come on. Keep that core nice and tight. Don't torque the torso. Hold that torso still where it is. Come up to breathe and go back into it when you perform those flies, all right? So definitely can get four sets in here, I think. And can you guys let me know if you see the smiley face after number 7? I don't know why, but every time I have 8 exercises, a smiley face always comes up, or the little face with the glasses, the cool emoji, it comes up instead of the number 8. I don't know why that is. That frustrates me. It's kind of funny, but it's kind of annoying because I'm pushing the number 8 and that's what it says on my screen, but whatever. Here we go. Keeping that torso nice and stiff. Hold those shoulder blades back. Don't torque the torso. 11, 12. All right. Ooh, yeah, that definitely burns. We've got just under 2 minutes to go. Just under 2 minutes to go. Then we're going to be getting right back on the legs. Alright. And you can easily carry your weight, which is actually a great way to increase your caloric expenditure too, by the way. Just holding on to the weight instead of picking it up and down. Straight arms, bring those shoulder blades straight back. Pinch, release, pinch, release. 14, 15. All right, we got just over a minute. I think this is set number 4. Yeah, this is set number 4. All right. So folding over, here we go, Alex. Raise, slight bend in the arms. Sorry if you hear my cracking. If you need to take it down to 10, you can take it down to 10 instead of 12. That burn should definitely be building up by now. The fly should be the harder exercise of the two. We can definitely handle more weight by just bringing our shoulder blades straight back. All right. So we're just trying to work to dictate more how we move our scapula. All right. So we've got 15 seconds to go. Actually 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. So you should be feeling that right in the back here, on the medial side of your shoulder blade, or closer to your spine. All right. You should be feeling it there, and you should be feeling it at the top of your shoulder, kind of between your shoulder and your neck, on the top part, the top side of your back. All right. Next up, our two next exercises. We've got 30-second standing hip flexor hold. So if you have weights, this will be awesome to do, but you don't have to have weights. You're going to grab your weights. This just makes it harder. This is a balance exercise. You're going to bring your right leg up, hold on to your weight, and you're just going to hold right here. All right. If you want, you can pump the leg up and down, but you've got 30 seconds on each leg. Second exercise is going to be RDLs, 10 on each leg. So you're going to come down. Ooh, I can't even do it right. Good Lord. I'm going to come down and back up. All right, 10 on each leg. All right, so starting off, 30-second holds on each side. Here we go. And again, if you want, you can drop the foot and bring it up. Don't ever touch it to the ground, but we're working on balance, keeping the hips level. All right, try not to let that hip pop out. Upright as high as you can. As you lift that knee, squeeze your glute. This is going to be more progressive than just holding this here. We're working on burning up the hip flexor and working on balance. So the glute and the hip flexor here, working on balance. That weight, extra weight, just pulling you to the ground, challenging your stability when you lift that knee. 1 minute has passed, so you should be good. Whew. All right. Next, RDLs, 10 on each leg. So I'm gonna go with the heavier weight here. One. It's a lot easier to handle too. 2. Matter of fact, do 5 each side to be 10 total. 3, 4. Unless you want to go to 10, that's okay too. We do have an 8-minute interval. Right. So we're challenging your balance here. We're working on the hip flexor and the glutes. And the same thing applies with the first move, that applies in the second move as far as keeping the hips from popping out to the side when you go to execute your move. Got 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go. All right, 30 seconds, here we go. Each side. If you're gonna pump, make sure that hip is, the glute is flexed on the planted leg. I'm pumping my left leg. My right hip, my right glute is nice and firm, contracted. Don't want the hip to pop out. All right, so push that hip the opposite way. Push the hip to the side of the leg you're pumping. Switch. I'm pumping my right hip now. So push your hips to your right. Squeeze your glute. Do your best to stay as upright as possible. As you bring that knee up, squeeze the left glute. As you bring the right knee up, squeeze the left glute. That should naturally happen anyway. Whew, and there's 30. We're good. Moving on, moving on. Ooh, that definitely burns. All right, this is my weaker side. Start off with your weaker side, or the sides you have less balance with. 3. Slight bend in that front leg. 4. Try to maintain. 5. The same amount of flexion or the same amount of bend in your front leg. 2. 3. 4. Ooh. If you have to bring that back leg down to touch the ground, go right ahead and do so. But other than that, try your best to hold it in an elevated position, as opposed to bringing it down each time you lift your leg off the ground and go to hinge. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Again, if you're not pumping, you're holding. All right. Every time you lift that leg, squeeze the glute of the opposite leg. I'm lifting my left leg. Every time I lift, squeeze the right glute. Squeeze. And there's 30. Switch it up. Should definitely be feeling this in your hips. All right. Keep that toe pointed up to help guide your knee lift. When you bring your leg down, control it. Don't just lift and let gravity pull it and you go limp. And time. Control the descent of your leg. Whew. We got 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. This is wrapping up 3 sets, for me anyway. Wherever you are, keep working, keep working. And if you need to take the weight down, that's fine too. Again, you can go unweighted here if you choose to. If I'm honest, this is easier to do with the weight because it's a counterbalance. 3, 4, and 5. Keep a slight bend in that front leg. 3, and it's okay if you have better balance in one leg than the other. Try to push your leg or your chest to the ground. Don't want you to open up at the hips. Keep your hips as square as possible. All right, so push your chest into the ground to help keep your hips from opening up. You want to keep them square to the ground when you fold over, as opposed to opening up when you fold over. We got 1 minute to go. Let's split this last minute. The knee lifts, here we go. Again, if you can, keep that leg elevated off the floor instead of returning it to the floor to touch each time. Squeeze that glute. Squeeze the glute each time you lift that leg. Switch in 3, 2, 1, switch it up. Ooh, it's getting hot. Keep that toe pointed up. Don't let that hip poke out. Do your best to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. We've got 10 seconds. Grip the floor with your toes. Time. Whew. Last 2 moves. These are very simple. All right. You're gonna come down to the floor. Yes, we get the last move on the floor. These are called L-sit presses, okay? Or seated presses. And bring your palms next to your hips. All right, so you don't want them back, you don't want them forward. You should be able to touch your butt and then touch the floor. Straighten your arms out, squeeze your triceps, bring your shoulders back. Don't want them bowed forward. You want them pulled back. Squeeze your triceps, your arms should be straight. All right, push into the ground, lift your butt off of the floor and gently lower it back down. 15 reps right there. Second move are push-ups. However you need to do your push-ups, get them in. We're going for 10 to 12 push-ups. 3, 4, 5. Again, push your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your triceps straight. Or squeeze to keep your arms straight. All right. If you need, you can get like an elevated surface. So, a book, something like a book or like a yoga block. Bring those to each side of you. Put your hands on top of those, and then you can lift and lower. Lift and lower. The additional range of motion, or those books will help you gain additional range of motion, which should help you perform this exercise a little bit better. And if you have dumbbells, you can use dumbbells. Just make sure you have enough room where you can actually grip them and your fists aren't in the ground. All right, so you're flipping right on over, and we've got push-ups, okay? So we're going for, do whatever iteration of push-ups you got to do in order to get yourself to 10 to 12. If that means on the knees or on an incline, go for it. If that means on a decline or with a weight vest, go for it, all right? So just simple push-ups. Screw your arms into the ground. There we go. Allow your elbow, the pit of your elbow you want to go from the pit of your elbow facing your body to facing in front of you, all right? So you don't want to have your elbow pit facing you, because that'll contribute to flaring of your elbows when you go down in your push-up. All right, and we don't want that. So here we go. Back to the L-sit press. Very nice and simple. And if you want, you can even turn your fingers out so that they're pointing left and right. Otherwise, point your fingers towards your toes, going up and down along with your body. Use the textbooks or so if you need it. Try to get them as even as possible. Push away and lower yourself back down to the floor gently. All right, push the shoulders away from the ears. Keep those shoulders back. Squeeze the triceps to keep the arms straight. And if you need to, you can bend your knees and perform it that way as well. That will help remove some of the weight off of your arms when you go to press. All right, so you should feel this in your shoulders, toward the base of your neck, and kind of like in that gap between your shoulder and your chest. All right, that's where you should be feeling that. flip it on over, knock out those push-ups. Again, we're going for 10 to 12. All right. So yeah, this is what I mean. So you see how the pit of my elbow is facing my body, but as soon as I screw my arm into the ground like a screwdriver, it flips and now it's facing forward. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what we want to do. Well, that's what I mean by screw your arms into the ground. Bring that chest down before the hips. And just like everything else, take your time. Don't gotta rush, be so quick. We want quality reps here, along with every other class that we do, quality reps over the quantity of reps. We got 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go, and we're trying to burn up our shoulders now. Our shoulders, tricep, and chest. All right, we're pushing. Those are our primary pushing muscles. Good, keep it up, guys. Keep going. If you can't get the 15 here, do 10. Push the shoulders away from the ears. All right, I'm doing my best to make this a pronounced movement. There's not a lot of movement with that move, but we're just trying to train your shoulders to, again, so that you can have more control over what direction you're trying to move your shoulder blades into. All right, so we've got 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go. This is the end of set number 3. Quality reps here, guys. Squeeze your body between your arms to keep the elbows from flaring, and screw your arms into the ground so that you can allow your elbow to track backwards and not outward to the side when you lower your body. All right, I encourage you to start from the ground to kind of set your hands in the right position, and then push up, and then keep going. All right. Beginning of set number 4, we've got 1 minute and 45 seconds to go. And if you get the books under your hands, that'll increase your range of motion again. So it'll be a more pronounced movement. Whew. And you should kind of feel that kind of between the space of where your shoulder and your chest kind of come together. That's where you should be feeling that. As well as in your upper traps. Your upper traps too. Ooh. Oh, this burns. Whew. All right, we got 1 minute to go. All right, Alex, come on. Come on, guys, keep it up. Keep going. Quality reps, quality reps. Here we go. Keep that chest pronounced. And there's 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go. Whew, this is our last one, and then we're all done. $20 seconds. Here we go. Last round, last round. Again, make sure you bring those shoulders back. Back, not forward. Keep your torso in an L position, all right? Relative to your legs, make an L. All right. Good job, guys. Good job. Whew. So again, focused on building strength and stability throughout our body and stable and capable. So go ahead, swing those arms out. Whew. Built up a little sweat for sure today and a lot of burn. Don't know about you guys, but I definitely had a lot of burn. So I'm just swinging, getting it open. Loosening up my arms, cool. So if you have a stretch band, grab your stretch band. If you don't have a stretch band, you can grab like a jacket or a pair of jeans or something like that something that doesn't stretch much at all and is long. So the arms and a jacket or the legs and a pair of pants will work just fine. All right, so just going to bring the stretch band or your clothes up and over and behind your head. Ooh. You can kind of hold it up if you so choose to, just to stretch out the chest, open up the chest. Breathe. And play with the position. Go from side to side. Whew. All right. Go ahead, step on your stretch band, or you can step on your clothes, whatever you have. Just fold over, pull your band tight. All right, and pull up and away from the floor. Stretch out the lats here. And relax. Come up nice and slow. Bring the left leg over the right. Fold back down. Take a big breath first. Fold back down. Try to touch the floor, touch your toes. Squeeze the quad on the right leg. Stretching out the hamstring here. Come up nice and slow. Switch it up. Take a few big breaths. Fold back over. Hope you guys can hear the birds tweeting. And come up nice and slow. We're going to come to the left quad now. Let me know what feedback you guys have. Let me know what moves you enjoyed, what moves you didn't. Let me know what was challenging for you. Just any feedback is always greatly appreciated. Just want to know what the people I'm teaching think. And relax and switch. Want to make sure I'm teaching to what you guys need. And relax. All right. So that's our time. Guys, thank you for joining me, and I hope I can hear from you all. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, I will see you guys next week in Stable and Capable. Holla.